Hello guys, I'm back. Today I would like to share with you some random ideas that I have around this purchase by Elon Musk of Twitter. So first idea is that we don't have so many social platforms, right? Here in the West, depending on your definition and so on, but for sure we have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and a bunch of other ones which are honestly smaller. So when it comes to the way a population here in the West approaches the information, we really have few sources that are really dominant when it comes to creating an opinion. You might be saying, and what about TikTok? Yes, TikTok is a very popular social media, but you know what? It's Chinese. So the starting point is that we have very few big sources of information. And what I find really strange, at least, is the easiness that by which Elon Musk could purchase Twitter. He didn't face any resistance. It was very easy. I mean, of course, he had to raise up the capital, but after that, no questions. And even though I think that Elon is going to do a great job, he knows what he's doing, even though it doesn't seem like that in those days. In the future, I really hope and think that Twitter is going to become something really relevant. Nevertheless, let's suppose that Elon is gonna hit the wall and Twitter would just disappear. Well, in such a kind of scenario, we should ask ourselves about how easy it was to just swipe out completely one of the very few platforms that we have, social media platforms that we have. And it's also kind of a special platform. You don't find cats, kittens and so on. It's typically used by journalists, by opinion makers, opinion leaders, and every time there is a revolution spreading out, generally is through Twitter that the population carries out the coordination and so on. So maybe we might think of an authority. We have authorities for a lot of really strategically important sectors like energy, telecommunications, but there is nothing, at least based on my knowledge, that really covers such a kind of information access. And here there is also another point of view, again, around the authorities. Maybe you are familiar or you have heard of what is called the Committee on Foreign Investments in the United States, CFIUS. And it was created, I guess, during the 90s, and then it became more powerful over time to investigate purchases, acquisitions from foreign investments from a national security point of view. So let's suppose that really, I don't know, a Chinese company would like to purchase Intel. Of course, there would be no way to do that. Okay, for sure, the CFIUS would have a very, very strong say in such a kind of scenario. But it didn't happen here with Twitter. And you might be asking yourself, why are you saying that? Well, more or less, this deal required Elon to collect $44 billion. And if we look at the capital providers here, you would find links with China, Qatar, Saudi Arabia. So not really places that enforce and like the freedom of speech. And in any case, they don't belong to the States, right? To the United States. And Tesla is also part of the deal. And yeah, Tesla, Elon, right? Yes and no, because Tesla has strong dependencies from China. Indeed, China is the first market for Tesla. So again, this is another way to, restrict a little bit the freedom of movement for such kind of companies. Tesla, well, just a little secret. Even Apple, okay, but we cannot say that, okay? They don't produce iPhone in China, and they don't sell a bunch of stuff in China. So these were my just brief and random thoughts. It was very easy to purchase such an incredible source of information. There is no authority supervising that. There was no investigation on the grounds of national security. And when you look at the way this deal was financed, is at least very questionable. So thanks for watching. Cheers.